Namaste. Respectful salutations to gods, teachers and friends. This is one attempt to familiarize famous books and authors in Indian literature, especially Sanskrit literature. At present, a brief description on Vedas. By Veda, we generally mean Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharvaveda. There are certain branches of studies like Ayurveda, which deals with the health and medicine, Dhanurveda, study of military science, then Sthapatya Veda, study of architecture. So Gandharva Veda is the study of music. The great Indian epic Mahabharata is also known as Panchama Veda, fifth Veda. Thus the word Veda is seen in other branches of studies also. But generally the term Veda means the four Vedas, Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharvaveda. The term Veda has its origin from the root Vid. Vid means to know. So Veda can be defined as knowledge. There are mainly two portions as the content of these Vedas. The one portion is the prayers. They are suktas or mantras. They are prayers of gods. The second portion is the description of various sacrifices like Soma, Yaga, Adiratra, Vajpaya, etc. And also the household rites. The descriptions are also accompanied with suktas, these mantras or hymns, which are chanted during this performance of the rites. The gods praised in these Vedas are mainly Agni, Indra, Varuna, Rudra, Parjanya, Savita, Ushas, etc. There are other gods also. These gods are personifications of the powers of nature. For example, Indra is the god of rain and thunder. Varuna is the god of water. Savita is personification of sun. Ushas is a feminine goddess who is personification of early morning, dawn. And this Ushas is very beautifully pictured. These prayers and these descriptions are not written or not ordered by a particular or a group of persons, but are handed over from generation to generation, which are orally taught and orally studied. All this literature were present in the northwest areas, lands of India before 5500 years, that is before 3500 BC. They are the oldest literature of world. These descriptions and prayers have been collected from different sections of society, gotras of that area, and these prayers and descriptions are named after the eminent sages of that gotras like Vishwamitra, Vasishtha, Atri, Gautama, etc. It is believed that Vedavyasa has collected this literature, these prayers and descriptions from the important gotras of that period, and he has classified this literature and placed the prayers in the first book. The prayers are in metrical form, in verses or in stanzas. Rig means the suktas. So Rigveda. Yajurveda is the second book. Yaj means yaga, to do yoga, to do sacrifice. So the descriptions of performing different yagas are included in the Yajurveda, the second book. There also many suktas are present there which are chanted during the performance of sacrifices. These suktas are also seen in Rigveda. The third Veda is Samaveda, and there also hymns are included during the performance of sacrifices in certain intervals. These suktas are sung, not chanted, sung with musical notes. Such suktas which are selected for singing during the performance of sacrifices are included in the third book. These suktas are also present in the first Rigveda. The fourth Veda is Atharva Veda, and that Veda is named after the sage Atharvan. The descriptions of the prayers included in that book is not written or authored by this Atharvan, but it may be due to that he have collected the hymns and descriptions. There are many new beliefs, many new customs, the descriptions of beliefs, customs, and it represents a vast area of society. So such a variety of descriptions are seen in Atharva Veda. The first three Vedas are specially considered as Trayi Veda, and the Atharva Veda is also a continuation of these three. The language of Vedas are Sanskrit, but having some minute differences in the grammatical area and in semantics or in even pronunciation. There are small differences with the classical or the modern Sanskrit. The first sukta of Rigveda is praising Agni, first hymn, and two stanzas from this first hymn is explained here. To notice the language difference, these stanzas are Agni Mile Purohidam Yajnasya Devam Ritujam Hotaram Ratnathadamam Agnihi Purvebhi Rishibhihi Idyo Nutaneiruda Sadeva Mehavakshati. There the meaning is that Agnim Ile. Ile means praise. I praise Agni, the god Agni, the god of fire. Purohidam. Purohidan means priest, Purohida. In Veda there are different priests with different duties. Priests like Purohida, Ritvik, Hoda, etc. Thus I praise the fire god who is Purohida. Yajnasya Deva. Deva means god. Yajnasya, that of sacrifice, the god of sacrifice. Ritujam, the priest Ritvik. Hodaram, the priest Hodav. Ratnathadama means who gives a Ratna. Ratna means wealth. Dhadamam is giver, giving, one who gives. But in modern Sanskrit it is Dada, who gives Dada. But in Vedic Sanskrit, Dhadamam, that word is not commonly used in modern Sanskrit. Similarly, Agni Ile, that La pronunciation is seen in Vedas, not in classical Sanskrit. There is only Da. Agni Ide is the word in modern Sanskrit. The next stanza, Agnihi Purvebhir Rishibhir Idyo Nutaneiruta. Agnihi, that god Agni. Purvebhi Rishibhi Idya. Idya means praised by Purvebhi Rishibhi. Ancient rishis, ancient sages. Nutaneihi Uda. Also Nutaneihi. Nutana means modern. By modern sages also. Sa Devan Ehavakshati. Saha means he. Devan. Iha means here. Here it means here. At the site of the sacrifice. Iha. Devan. Vakshati means brings. Vakshati. Brings. Who brings Devan, gods, who brings other gods to the site of sacrifice. Here also Vakshati is a usage in Vedic Sanskrit, but in modern Sanskrit it is Vahati or Avahati. Here it is Avakshati. Such a difference are seen in Vedic language. Wishing with respect. Namaste.